All right, everyone. Welcome to our weekly market overview. Weekend na naman, no? Ang bilis ng oras. Kamusta kayo? I hope that you guys had a good week, that you've been having a good 2022 so far. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we look at the index along with the sectoral indices from a higher time frame perspective to help us frame trade ideas that are in confluence kung ano man sa mga iniisip natin when it comes to particular stocks that catches our eye. Maaari na because of this, makatulong siya na magdagdag ng conviction sa inyo or makatulong siya sa inyo na magdagdag ng trade idea to execute and so on nung mga pinaplano nyo. Diba? So, as always, magsisimula po tayo sa index. We'll check it sa weekly and then sa daily chart. And then we'll go through the 6 sectoral indices. Now, if you look at the PSEI, essentially what's been going on is sideways pa rin tayo, no? We can try to make it sound cool na, mukhang mababasag na, mukhang ganito, mukhang ganyan. But at the end of the day, we are still moving sideways. From a weekly perspective, I do want to see it take out tong 7475 na area para mag-open up tong range above. Okay? Now, kung sabihin naman natin na basag to the downside, baka balikan niya tong 6.7. And if mabasag yung 6.7, medyo magmumuka tayong mas delikado kasi mag-open up tong range na to. Now, tignan natin siya sa daily chart para lang mas may clarity. So dito sa daily chart, as I mentioned from last year, no? Let me just delete this. Meron tayong head and shoulders pattern na nabuo dito na hinihintay natin to see kung magka-come true ba. Akala ko dito, we were gonna break out of it na. I even marked out a zone. Ito yung area na nag-peak yung price prior to falling sharply. 'Di ba? Kaso, medyo fake out lang. Kung titignan nyo to, nag-mock up yung market on that day. Okay? If hindi nyo alam ano po yung mock up or mock down, I've included a link in the description box below to a video explaining just that, no? And then from there, ang ginawa natin is nag-hold na tayo more or less within this white zone. Now, you could be thinking, pwede naman to mag-inverted head and shoulders, but what exactly is the pattern reversing? Wala, di ba? We're still stuck within this wider range here. So while it's good kung mabasag sana natin tong right shoulder high, simply from a technical perspective, para talaga maging bullish, I still want to see it crack itong 7475 na area. Now, kanina sinasabi ko, yung etong low na to, yung pwedeng mabasag. Alam ko kasi sa daily, itong 6.9, yung nag-a-act as support nung range na to right now. Kung mabasag yan, then that opens up the possibility, as I said, na mabalikan tong 6.7. At kung mabasag yung 6.7, medyo mas malalim ang hukay. Bakit ang laki? Kasi yung galaw niya dito mas wild di ba? Yes, may konting chop, pero medyo malalaki yung candles, binawi agad. Same thing here. So, I expect na if price does come back, parang ito, nung binilikan niya to, di ba? Ang bilis ng baksak, baka lumaki ulit yung range na pinagtitradean natin, but not in a good way. Kasi to the downside siya Diba? Yes, the possibility opens up na pag may gusto kayo i-position trade, baka pwede kayo mag-ipon. Pag may gusto kayo i-range trade, baka pwede nyo ma-range trade. But until that happens, wag natin pangunahan, no? Hindi natin alam ano itsura ng structure should price come back down here. Baka napaka-bearish na yung itsura ng mga charts na tinitingnan natin. Okay? So for now, okay, let's call a spade a spade. Ang PSEI is still moving sideways, but I won't really feel bullish hanggang yun nga, mabasag natin tong 7475 na area. Next po ay tignan natin ay FINA. Okay? So financials. So financials is actually looking a bit better. As we discussed before, nag-i-stair step siya pataas, no? So dito, then we moved up here, then we moved up here. Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng slight break sa candle na to. Pero hindi siya nagtagal. Nag-hold lang tayo dito sa zone na ginawa natin in between 1658 and 1688. I still want to see price break above tong 1688 and exceed itong gap na to. Pag nakita ko yon, then that opens up the possibility na mabalikan natin tong 1964.51. Okay? However, kung from here, sabihin natin hindi nag-hold yung price within this tight zone, hindi tayo nag-consolidate na maayos, bumalik tayo to the downside, baka mag-range na naman tayo sa original area natin from 1511 hanggang 1658, or kung mabasag yung 1511, baka balikan pa natin to. Upon which kung ganon, baka mag-form tayo ng head and shoulders pattern, and baka yun na yung katapusan nung pagtaas na to, tapos mabasag tong 1361, then medyo malalim ang pwede niyang hukayin. Okay, but for now, this sector does look a bit more bullish compared sa index itself, if only because maganda yung structure niya eh. We are stair-stepping upwards. So kapag meron kayong interest sa mga banking na stocks, tapos meron namang setup para sa inyo, tapos magpatuloy naman yung itsura nito, then that might be an opportunity for you to find potential entries, to find potential trades that you can form trade ideas around and that you can take. Next, tignan po natin ang mini. So, ang mining ngayon, ganon din, no? So, we came back down. Ang worry natin was baka matrap na naman siya ulit sa range na to. And at the close of last week, in fact, it did. But this week, we broke above. So, it's likely na mababalikan natin tong 10,924 na resistance. If mabalikan natin yan, hintay mode na naman tayo. Is it gonna break? And if we can break it, 11,469 yung next, followed by 12,449. What we don't want to see from here is for number one, price to come back down, tag it from underneath, hold, kasi number one, baka bumalik na naman tayo sa range na to. Or, baka mabasag pa to, tong halfway point, and bumalik tayo sa lower end ng wider range here. Okay? So, yun yung mga ayaw nating makita dito sa mini. But so far, looking good. I know a lot of you have been very interested in mining stocks kasi marami tayong requests sa mga nickel, PX, APX, and we'll tackle most of them next week, no? But for now, etong mismo na sectoral index niya is looking good. So, kung meron kayong mahanap na trade na pasok sa mga parameters nyo, pasok sa rules nyo, then by all means, no, plan for it, see if you can take it, execute accordingly. Next, tignan po natin yung holdings. Ay, sorry. Typo. Now, etong holding, same sa PSEI. We are essentially still moving sideways. We can say na, yes, nakrack na niya tong high ng right shoulder, which is what I look for in a lot of things, diba? I always say that. But after niya i-crack to, all we've essentially done is trade within this range here. Even if we push higher, may untog pa tayo dito sa 7614. So, for me, bullishness resumes if we can break above tong 7614, targeting 8182 next, mag-open up tong range na to. However, if we break back down beneath nitong 6670 na level, lalo na if we tag it underneath, hold, then push lower, then we come back to the previous range here from 5850.23 hanggang 6670. For now, sideways pa rin yung view. Obviously, hindi siya kasing enticing nung FINA and or nung mini, no? So far, depende sa preference nyo, depende on how you view the charts yourselves. But for me, this personally is not as enticing. It's still moving sideways. I still want to see the market decide on what it really wants to do. That being said, it is on the upper half of this tighter range here. So sana sooner rather than later, mabasag na tong high na to and we do come back to 7614. Okay? Next, tignan po natin yung properties, no? So, yung prop chart, honestly, I'm not a big fan. Still moving sideways pa rin in the bigger picture. Okay? You can even say na, oh, nagka-flag siya pababa and so on, no? But, essentially, yung bigger picture niya is sideways pa rin. It's still trading within a range. And, from all na tinignan natin na sectoral indices, including the ones that we'll be looking at sooner, in a bit, no? Dito ako pinaka hindi fan. I'm not saying na hindi siya pwedeng i-position trade. I'm not saying na hindi siya pwede pag-ipunan. Okay, I'm just saying na chart-wise, technicals-wise, I don't find this particularly intriguing. I don't find it particularly interesting. But for now, all we can say is if mabasag natin tong 3,450 na area, then that opens up this wider range here hanggang 3,866. Pero if mabasag natin to the downside tong 2,9, then that opens up this range naman beneath from 2,569 papuntang 2,9. Okay, so for now, it's still moving sideways. So since hindi rin desidido yung market, tayo rin, di rin tayo desidido. Hintay tayo. Boss natin yung market eh. Sumusunod lang tayo kapag may sinabi yung boss natin. And so far, at least for me, wala pa tong sinasabi. Okay? Next, let's move on to INDU. So, tong INDU, after niya mag-run up, tapos nag-gap down, essentially, nag-almost fill yung gap, tapos nag-move lang tayo sideways. Okay? So, it's moving sideways. It's still more bullish than bearish in the sense na, kung titignan mo yung structure, diba? Low, high, higher, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, di ba? Potential mag-carve out to ng higher low. We're looking to see if it can push higher from here. Kung ma-fill natin yung gap and mabasag natin tong 10,620 na area, then that opens up this wider range above hanggang 11,168. Then if mabasag na natin tong 11,168 as mentioned before, pwedeng balikan natin yung mga highs na naiwan dito. However, if we do roll over from here, sabihin natin bumalik tayo dito sa tighter zone na to, I still won't be completely bearish. I just won't be saying na, it still looks bullish pa. Possible na mas malalim lang yung pag-dip niya bago siya mag-carve out ng bottom and mag-angat ulit, no? But again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. All we're doing is we're preparing for potential scenarios para kung mangyari ang ayaw nating mangyari, ay handa tayo. Okay, if from here mabasag tong 9,740 na area, then I think that's gonna look a lot more bearish. It might fill in this range from beneath here, etong area na to from before. So, sana wag naman mangyari yon. And then finally, tignan po natin yung SERV. So, yung services, it has continued to consolidate dito sa highs. Yes, it's moving sideways, but overall, it's still looking a lot more bullish compared to some of its counterparts, no? Unfortunately, since nagko-conso siya dito, our options are very limited din. Yes, pwede nating itry mag-ipon in the hopes na sooner rather than later it breaks to the upside. However, we need to remind ourselves na the risk na mabasag to the downside also exists. Okay? Hindi lang puro upside yung lagi nating iniisip. Kailangan din nating isipin na this can still go either way. Just because it does look a lot more bullish compared to its counterparts doesn't mean na wala siyang karapatan to dip further. In fact, as I mentioned before, even if mag-dip tayo dito sa blue zone na to, for me, medyo okay pa rin yun. Possible pa rin na nag-form lang tayo na rounded top, come back here, then we push back from there. We don't know. Okay? We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen next. If, let's say, from here, mabasag tong 2,062 na area, then likely, mababalikan natin tong mga highs na naiwan natin from before. However, if we come back down and break beneath this blue zone, baka mangyari, balikan natin tong 1,633, which is tong area of consolidation na to. But at that point, I'm not entirely sure, I'm not convinced na that's still gonna look bullish, no? The dip is gonna go much further than anticipated. So while there could be a bounce from there still, it doesn't necessarily guarantee na that's yung formation natin ng higher low, tas tutuloy tayo to the upside kasi medyo malalim na yung dip. If mabasag pa yon, mabasag pa itong 1.5, then dehado na talaga. Okay? Bearish na all the way. We shouldn't be even interested in this particular index should that time happen, should that time come. Alright? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin. I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit papano. Okay? And I hope kahit papano ay may natutunan po kayo. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!